Hey guys, my name is Rage Darling. I'm a full-time content creator and Twitch streamer, and I'm going to share the top 5 headsets for streaming. I'm partnered with Scan Computers, which means I've seen, tried and tested a whole slew of different headsets, and I have absolutely no allegiance to any brand. So I'm going to give you my utmost honest and brutal opinion. In our lineup today we have the Beyerdynamic DT990 Pro, as seen used by Ninja and Towelie. These retail at around £110. The SteelSeries Arctis 7, as seen used by Wolfabell. These are no longer available to purchase brand new, but you can get them pre-owned, and the 9s are available for an extra £50. The 7s retail at around £120. The Epos H6 Pro, as seen used by me, Rage Darling. These retail at around £150. The Corsair Virtuoso, as seen used by Anifusia. These retail at around £160. And the Logitech G Pro X Wireless, as seen used by Danik D. These retail at around £220. Now, let's talk a bit about how these headsets are, how they perform, how they look, how they feel, and most importantly, how they sound. Let's go over to the streaming setup. So I've got the Beyerdynamic 990s right now. I'm going to go through a few things, starting with how they look. So these are a pretty standard looking pair of headphones, but the good thing about these is that it actually mimics the professional kind of audio industry. So I have good feelings about the way that it's going to sound. Let's go over how it's actually built and the features and the comfort of it. So it's fully plastic, which feels a bit weird, especially on the plates here. But there's an actual foam padding along the headband up here, plus some buttons that allow you to pop it on and off, which is actually kind of cool. The foam pads around the headphones actually have fabric over them, so they feel nice and soft and plush. So I feel like it's going to give a little bit of a premium experience for my ears. It's also got a long bungee cord, which is quite good because it gives you a lot of extra room to be able to move about. So if you are someone who tends to be a lot more energetic and gets off your chair while you're streaming, this extra bungee cord is going to allow you more range of movement. So now moving on to comfort and sound, I'm going to pop these on and play a couple of rounds of Overwatch and get back to you of how they feel and how they sound. Alright, that sounds pretty good. So comfort-wise, they're brilliant. They feel really, really soft. They feel really, really nice on the ears. And I was also really conscious about how much pressure that it was putting along my temple because of my glasses. Something I wanted to point out to you guys. Feel absolutely no pressure with these. These feel really, really good. Sound-wise, again, I'm not a professional, but I have used these headsets for literally hours. And these sound incredible. I can hear like the really, really high pings from Junkrat's bombs going off. I can hear the really low rumbles of the RIP tire. It sounds really, really good. I was actually really shocked. One thing I want to point out, I've watched a lot of reviews on this headset. A lot of people have said that it's way too quiet and they need an amplifier. Not the case, at least not for me. I had the volume on 60% and it was more than enough to be able to hear the game as well as myself talk. As far as extra features, you may be wondering about microphone. This does not come with a microphone. I'm also not going to test the mic quality for any of the other headsets that we have today because you're a streamer, you should be using a standalone microphone to be able to get the best quality of audio. So we're not going to be doing any microphone headset tests today. If you want to check out our video on the top 5 USB microphones for streaming, click this up here and you'll be able to view our full overview. So now I'm going to rate these out of 5, going through the look, the build quality, the comfort, and the sound. Look-wise, they are quite basic. They don't scream gamery, which might be like better for you, but for me, I don't really like how basic they look, so I'd give it a 2 out of 5. Build-wise, it's actually really great. I didn't realize, but these are actually metal, not plastic, and it's very, very soft and scrunchy along the headband, so I'd give it a 4 out of 5. Comfort, 5 out of 5, really, really good. Sound quality, 5 out of 5, really, really good. I'm actually genuinely really surprised by these. These are the SteelSeries Arctis 7s. I've had these for a year and a half, so they look really worse for wear, but they are a great headset. So let's go over the look. These are probably the most interesting headset that we have because of this metal frame here and the fabric band that kind of loops underneath it. If you go into the specs of this headset, SteelSeries say that it's like a ski goggle headset band. As someone who snowboards, I don't understand the reference, but if you do, let me know. I don't get what that means. But I do really like the look of this headset. I think it looks really great. You have the black kind of plastic that goes all the way across the headset, but it doesn't make it look really cheap. And it's also got a cute little microphone that pops in and out there, so if you're not going to be using it, you can just retract it like that. Build quality of this headset is actually pretty decent. You're able to rotate the headphones 180, no, that's 90 degrees, which is quite useful if you want to wear them over your neck, for example, like this. The ear pads are also really cushiony as well, so if you do wear this headset for long periods of time, it's not going to be uncomfortable. So let's try it on and see how it sounds and how comfortable it is. Whee! Pew, pew, pew. So, because I've had these headphones for quite a while, I can already comment on how comfortable they are, and they are probably one of my favorite headsets that we've got in terms of comfort. This band helps to relieve any pressure that you have on your head, and as someone who suffers with a lot of headaches, this is something that I really, really like about this headset. When it comes to my glasses, again, no pressure with these ones. I really, really like that it's quite loose, but it also isn't going to go anywhere if I shake my head around. The sound quality isn't as great as the Beyerdynamics, and I think that's because the Beyerdynamics are more professional and they have better drivers in them, and I shouldn't have used those first and then gone to these, because I can hear the tinniness inside these. Not to say that they're not very good sounding, but when I was playing Echo, I could hear like a tinny effect, and that's just due to drivers inside here not being as good as the Beyerdynamics. Another thing I wanted to mention is that the Beyerdynamics are open acoustic, which means that you can hear everything around you. As a streamer, that's probably a lot better because you can hear your own voice, unless you have a mic monitor. With these, if you don't have a mic monitor, you're probably going to be like screaming to be able to hear yourself. And also, I find that having open acoustics is more friendly to your ear than having closed acoustics like these. Functionality-wise, I love that these have onboard controls. You can mute your microphone with a click of the button. You can actually change your monitor with the scroll wheel, and you can up and down the volume at any time, which is not what you had on the Beyerdynamics. You have to do that through software. On these, it's great. So if you want to turn the volume down because it gets way too loud, or if you want to turn it up because someone you're talking to on Discord is too quiet, you can do. I know I mentioned at the start of the video that you can't actually get these anymore, so you may be wondering, Rage, why even include them if you can't even get them anymore? Well, that's because the SteelSeries, specifically these ones, and the Astro A50s are the only two headsets that work with the Go XLR wirelessly, and that's because of the Game DAC, I think it's called, the hub that connects to the PC through USB. You plug that through USB and then you actually route that out to the back of your Go XLR. So something to keep in mind if you do have a Go XLR setup, only these, the 9s and the Pros and the Astro A50s work with the Go XLR. So let's go through the ratings. The look, this gives a 4 out of 5 in my opinion because they look very gamery and I like them a lot. Build quality feels really sturdy, really nice, nothing too like outlandish about them, so I'd give them a 3 out of 5. Comfort, extremely comfortable, very similar to the Beyerdynamics. I'd give that a 5 out of 5. And the sound quality, not too bad, but not amazing. So I'd probably go for a middle of the road, 3 out of 5. These are the Epos H6 Pro. These are very well loved and they are my current headset that I use on stream. I've used them a lot and I've used them for a really long time. So let's go through the look. These look really nice in my opinion, and I think it's because of the white. The white really stands out and I love the silver features along the side here. They're a mix between modern headsets and the Beyerdynamic style ones, which I think is the reason why I really like them. Build quality wise, it's quite interesting. You have a foam headband at the top here with this like skin-like snake skin detail on the top, which looks quite interesting. You have metal along here, which actually has sizing, so you know exactly what size to make your headset if someone else is using it before you or after you. You have plastic detailing along here and on the cup as well, and some squishy foam pads, which are fabricated as well. So let's put these on and report back with the comfort and the sound. Comfort-wise, these guys are actually pretty comfortable, but not when I have glasses on. For me personally, I feel like the pressure of my temple on the headset presses too much, and after a while I have to take my glasses off because the pressure is just way too uncomfortable. Someone else has these exact same headsets in my community and they say that they don't have that exact issue at all. So it might be more my glasses or just a me issue, but something to keep in mind if you are a glasses wearer. Sound quality, really good. And I think they owe that to the fact that EPOS was partnered with Sennheiser, so they use Sennheiser quality audio, and it definitely does reflect in the EPOS headset. It sounds more bold, more full compared to the SteelSeries. It's hard to explain because I'm not a professional, but I definitely would pick these over the SteelSeries. Sorry, SteelSeries, I love you, but these just sound really, really good. Not as good as the Beyerdynamics, but better than the SteelSeries. Quick things I want to mention is you may have noticed this thing on the side. This is actually for a microphone, and one of the things that drew me to this headset, it does have a headset microphone and it attaches via magnets. I left it at home, obviously, because I never used the microphone attachment because I have the standalone mic. Should have brought it, forgot to. But just so you know, the attachment is really, really cool. You also have a direct volume dial along the side that's really big, so you're not going to fiddle about trying to find it or mistake it for the other dial, like on the Arctis 7s. This is really big, really handy to be able to adjust the volume on the fly. So for looks, I would rate this a 4 out of 5. I really like the way this looks, especially the white. For the build quality, I would rate it a 4 out of 5. It's pretty good, it's pretty sturdy, it's not going anywhere, and I like the silver chrome with the matte white. I think it looks really cool. The comfort, if you're a glasses wearer, 2 out of 5. If you're not, a 4 out of 5. And the sound quality, 4 out of 5. It's better than the Arctis 7s, like I said, but not as good as the Beyerdynamics. These are the Corsair Virtuoso RGBs. So the look of these headsets is really, really premium. It's very bougie. That's the best way to describe it. It's got this like LCD panel on both sides of the cup, which is what shows the RGB. But I don't know, it's something of a combination of this plus the matte foam pads and the matte headband that just gives it like an overall plush look. I find that this headset is probably like the most premium out of the Corsair headsets, and I really, really, really like this. Quality-wise with the build, it's actually quite nice. I don't know whether this is plastic, but this part definitely feels metal, or it's weighted as such so that it feels metal, and I think that adds to the overall like premium feel and look of this headset. The foam pads are again very squishy, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's memory foam. It does certainly keep its shape when I do press on it, so I'm going to assume that it's memory foam, which will make it super, super comfortable. It's also got this like rubber-like texture. I don't really know what you would call it, but I find this in like a lot of Corsair products, and I don't know the name of it. But this also feels really nice, especially when it's next to the LCD screen. Now let's try these on and I'll report back on the comfort and the sound. Okay, so comfort-wise, not particularly great with glasses. I felt a lot of pressure on the bridge of my nose where the headset was kind of like pushing it down a little bit. I'll be honest, these are the headsets that I've got the least experience with, so maybe that's just down to me not wearing them properly, but they didn't feel as comfortable as the other ones, and it didn't feel as comfortable as I would expect. There was definitely quite a plush experience for my ears, especially with the memory foam, so maybe over a really long period of time you'd feel the effects of that a lot more, but for that quick little game, not so much. So the sound was interesting. It sounded muffled. I turned the volume up, it was too loud. I turned the volume down, it was too quiet. It felt like there was no detail to the pings in Junkrat's grenades. On the Riptire, there wasn't that like low hum of the tire, it didn't sound too great, which surprises me because a lot of Corsair products tend to be really, really great quality, and especially the price point of this headset compared to the other ones that we've got in the lineup, it didn't perform as well. So let's give this a rating. Looks, I would give this a 5 out of 5. This wins it. I love the look of this headset. It looks really gamery. I love the RGB, but it also looks really simple and premium. The build quality, again, really great. I love this plastic/metal combination. The memory foam ear pads, I mean, come on, memory foam for ears. And the headband is also got that memory foam as well, so it's going to be really, really nice when you wear it for long periods of time. Build quality, I would rate 4 out of 5. The comfort, difficult one for me to say because I've got glasses and it wasn't a great experience with my glasses. I'd say 1 out of 5, but if you're not a glasses wearer, I'd probably peg it at maybe a 3 out of 5. Sound-wise, not really awful, but not great either. Probably a 2 out of 5. On par with the Arctis 7, so maybe a 3 out of 5 actually. These are the Logitech GX Pro Wireless. So straight off the back, the look of these, they may remind you of the headset that we used at the start, the Beyerdynamics. And I think what Logitech is trying to do is mimic what the professional audio people use, but have a little bit of a gamer spin to it. So it's got the branding on the top, which looks really cool. This thing, I don't really know what this serves, probably to transfer the data, the cables, whatever. It has the nice Logitech silver disc along the side, which is dirty because I've had them for a while and I've not cleaned them for this video. Why would I? I mean, you also have a combination of plastic and metal on this, and also the rubber look that was on the Corsair Virtuoso as well. Again, I don't know what that is, but it looks really cool. Build-wise, these are quite sturdy. I can stretch them and nothing happens, which is, don't know why you do this, but it's quite reliable. It's very sturdy, the build quality is great, the materials that Logitech has used on this headset is quite nice. The foam pads, they are, let me tell you, your ears would get sweaty if you are an intense sweaty gamer, especially in the British summers that we've been having for those 2 weeks where it's like 35 degrees. They are squishy, so they're very comfortable, but over a long period of time they do get a little bit hot. These are wireless, but for the purpose of this video we've plugged them in. So just so you know, there is a wireless DAC dongle that comes, you can plug it into the back of your PC for USB connection. So I'm going to try them on and report back on the comfort and the sound quality. Yeah, actually sounds pretty good. Comfort-wise, these are super duper comfy. Not a lot of pressure from my glasses, which I really, really like, and a very pleasant experience from my ears. Having used these for over a year now, I can say that your ears do get a bit sweaty, like I said at the start. So you do kind of want a little bit of ventilation every now and then. I'd say it tends to become a problem after about 4 hours. So if you are someone who streams for, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, you may want to keep that in mind. For sound, it's actually pretty decent. Again, you can hear the high pings from the grenades on Junkrat, you can hear the low rumbles of the RIP tire, everything that you kind of want from the headset, it's pretty decent. Not incredible, I wouldn't give it a 5, but it's still pretty good. I think Logitech did a really good job with this headset. It's also worth mentioning that it does have a USB microphone, which I lost, but if you do want your USB microphone, you can put it on and it goes somewhere on this headset. You've also got onboard controls to mute that microphone and the dial along here which controls the volume and also an on and off switch. I do want to give a shout out to this headset and the Virtuosos because these guys are actually USB Type-Cs. The other ones aren't, and that really sucks. Get with the times. Come on guys, you need USB Type-Cs. I really like this style of headset and it probably is one of my favorites. Again, this is completely down to your personal opinion, but I would rate this a 5 out of 5. It looks really, really cool. I love that it kind of adopts the old style headphones as well as a kind of new spin on it. I think it looks really cool. Build wise, really good. Again, you've got like sturdy metal along here, you've got nice foam, you've got plush leather ear cups here, nothing to complain about. Give it a give it a 4 out of 5, maybe even a 5 out of 5. It's actually really, yeah, 5 out of 5. Comfort-wise, I would probably give it a 4 out of 5. It loses 1 mark just down to the sweaty ears. Don't want sweaty ears. But glasses wearers, no problem. Non-glasses wearers, no problem. Really, really good. Sound-wise, probably better than the Arctis 7s. Not as good as the Beard Dynamics, so 4 out of 5 for these guys. At the end of the day, all of these headsets are down to your own personal opinion. What fits you is entirely down to your own setup, your own head, everything like that. So the one thing, if I could give you a piece of advice, is just go down to your local showroom, whether that be Scan's local showroom down in Middlebrook, in Horwich, or wherever. Just go to a store and actually put these headsets on your head, try them a little bit, and if there is a streaming setup like the one that we have in Scan, maybe play around a little bit and just try it out. Because you could get a headset, feel that it's going to be really great from watching one of these videos, get it at home, try it, and feel like it's not the right fit for you. So go down to a local store, try it on, see what you think. 2 of these headphones today were open acoustic or open back headphones, and the importance of me specifying that is just because when you have closed headphones, like the majority of these gaming headphones, you're not able to hear yourself clearly. Now, if you don't have a microphone that has a mic monitor, you're going to be shouting and raising your voice and being way too loud and completely unnecessary. There are also some study cases that if you have or suffer from tinnitus, open acoustic earphones can really help with that. It's one of the reasons why I use the EPOS H6 Pro every single day, is because it does help with my tinnitus when I have my headphones on for 8+ hours a day. So there we have it, the top 5 headsets for streaming as chosen by you guys and used by some great streamers. There's links to all the headsets that we stock at Scan Computers below if you wanted to pick any of them up. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to let us know by clicking the like button and subscribe for more streamer guides like this. Make sure to check us out on socials at ScanProGaming and myself at Rage Darling, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!